Beautiful souls, precious daughters and sons of the Most High, I want you to lean in close today, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just another message about love. This is a divine revelation that could transform your entire romantic destiny. Right now, as you're watching this, there's someone whose heart is beating with an intensity that could power entire cities, and that heartbeat is synchronized to yours. This isn't coincidence. This isn't wishful thinking. This is God orchestrating something so beautiful, so profound, that angels are literally taking notes. I've been walking in this ministry for years, helping millions of souls just like you recognize divine love when it's standing right in front of them. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, someone is ready to pour their entire existence into loving you the way Christ loves the church. But here's what breaks my heart. So many of you are going to miss it because you're looking in all the wrong places, listening to all the wrong voices, and operating from wounds instead of from the wholeness God intended. Today, we're going to shatter every lie the enemy has whispered about your worthiness of deep, covenant love. We're going to expose every fear that's been keeping you from saying yes to the person who's been praying for someone exactly like you. This message isn't just going to change your perspective, it's going to revolutionize your entire approach to love, relationships, and recognizing divine appointments when they show up at your door. If this resonates with your spirit, if something inside you is already stirring, hit that subscribe button right now, because this channel is your sanctuary for receiving God's heart on love, purpose, and becoming the person He created you to be. Before we dive deep, I want to take a moment to honor those beautiful souls who have blessed this ministry with super thanks. You know who you are, and God sees your generosity. Your support isn't just financial, it's spiritual partnership in helping these messages reach broken hearts around the world. When you give, you're literally funding someone's breakthrough, someone's healing, someone's hope. You're investing in love stories that will glorify God for generations. Your super thanks become super impact in the lives of people you'll never meet, but whose eternities you've touched. From the depths of my heart, thank you for believing in this mission and making it possible for love to reach the lost, the hurting, and the waiting. I promise you this. By the end of this message, you'll have clarity that cuts through confusion. Like a sword, hope that ignites faith like wildfire, and most importantly, the courage to say yes when love knocks on your door. Let's dive deep. Number 1. They see your worth when you can't see it yourself. Listen to me carefully. Beloved, there's someone in your orbit right now who looks at you and sees pure gold where you see only dust. While you're cataloging your flaws, counting your mistakes, and rehearsing every reason why you're not enough, this person is seeing the masterpiece that God crafted when He formed you in your mother's womb. This isn't blind infatuation or superficial attraction. This is divine recognition. They see the way your eyes light up when you talk about your dreams, even the ones you've buried under disappointment. They notice how your voice changes when you're passionate about something, how your entire countenance shifts when you're operating in your purpose. This person sees your strength in moments when you feel weakest, your beauty when you feel most broken, your potential when you feel most stuck. And here's what's absolutely supernatural about this. They're not seeing you through rose-colored glasses. They're seeing you through God's eyes. The enemy wants you to believe that if someone truly knew your struggles, your past, your areas of weakness, they'd run. But this person, they already know. They've seen you on your hardest days, witnessed your moments of vulnerability, observed your humanity in all its messy glory, and their love has only deepened. They love your laugh lines that tell stories of joy survived. They love your scars that speak of battles won. They love your quirks that make you uniquely you. They love your passionate moments when you can't contain your excitement. They love your quiet moments when you're processing life. They love your silly moments when you're just being human. But most importantly, they love your heart. the way you love God, the way you love others, the way you love life itself despite everything you've walked through. This person isn't trying to fix you, change you, or complete you. They recognize that you're already complete in Christ, and they want to complement the wholeness God has already established in your life. They see your independence and admire it. They see your strength and celebrate it. They see your tenderness and protect it. They see your dreams and want to support. And them, they see your calling and want to amplify it. When you look in the mirror and see all the reasons why you're not ready for love, they look at you and see every reason why love is ready for you. They see the way you serve others with excellence. They see the way you worship God with authenticity. They see the way you handle challenges with grace. They see the way you treat people with kindness. They see the way you pursue growth with intentionality, and they want to spend their lifetime celebrating all of this in you. Stop disqualifying yourself from receiving this level of love. Stop believing the lie that you need to become perfect before you're worthy of covenant love. God doesn't wait for perfection. He works through your willingness. This person sees that willingness in you, and they're ready to build something beautiful with the authentic, imperfect, wonderfully human you that God adores. Number 2, their love language is your healing. Sweet soul, there's someone whose entire mission in life has become creating space for you to heal, grow, and flourish in ways you never thought possible. This isn't codependency or savior complex. This is divine assignment. God has been preparing this person to be a safe harbor in the storms of your healing journey, a gentle gardener in the seasons of your growth, and a fierce protector of your peace while you're becoming everything God created you to be. They understand that love isn't just emotion, it's action, intention, and consistent choice. Their love shows up as patience when you're processing trauma from your past. Their love shows up as encouragement when you're doubting your worth. Their love shows up as stability when your world feels chaotic. Their love shows up as celebration when you achieve victories both big and small. Their love shows up as presence when you need someone to simply be with you in silence. This person recognizes that you've been carrying weights that were never yours to bear, and they want to help you set those burdens down, not by carrying them for you, but by creating an environment where you feel safe enough to release them to God. They've studied you with the intensity of a scholar, learning your triggers not to avoid them, but to navigate them with wisdom. They know which words bring life to your spirit and which ones wound. They know which environments help you thrive and which ones drain you. They know which seasons require extra tenderness and which ones call for encouragement toward growth. They've become fluent in the language of your heart when you're overwhelmed. They create calm. When you're doubting, they speak truth. When you're hurting, they offer comfort. When you're celebrating, they amplify joy. When you're dreaming, they fuel vision. Their presence in your life has become synonymous with peace, growth, and authentic love. They don't just love who you are, they love who you're becoming. They see every step of your healing journey as sacred. Every breakthrough as victory worth celebrating. Every moment of growth as evidence of God's goodness in your life. This person prays for you with the fervor of an intercessor. They pray for your healing, your dreams, your relationships, your calling, your peace, your joy. They've made your well-being a priority in their prayer life because they understand that loving you means partnering with God in your flourishing. They want to love you so well that your capacity to love others increases. They want to honor you so deeply that your understanding of your own worth expands. They want to cherish you so completely that you never again question whether you deserve covenant love. Their love is becoming the earthly reflection of how God feels about you, unconditional, transformative, life-giving, and eternal. And here's the beautiful truth. As they love you through your healing, you're also becoming a source of healing in their life. Your authenticity gives them permission to be real. Your vulnerability creates space for their own transparency. Your growth inspires their continued development. Your love for God deepens their own spiritual journey. This is what kingdom love looks like. Two whole people choosing to grow together, heal together, and build something together that honors God and blesses others. Stop running from this level of intentional love because you think you're too broken to receive it. God specializes in using broken things to create masterpieces. This person sees the masterpiece God is creating in you, and they want a front row seat to watch it unfold. Number 3, they're protecting your heart while you're not looking. Beloved, there's someone who has appointed themselves as the guardian of your peace, the protector of your energy, and the defender of your heart. And they're doing this work quietly, consistently, behind the scenes, without expecting recognition or applause. This person has been studying the patterns of your life, recognizing what brings you joy and what causes you pain, and they've been strategically positioning themselves to amplify the joy and shield you from unnecessary pain. They've been having conversations you'll never hear, deflecting negativity that was aimed at your spirit. They've been creating boundaries around your space that protect your peace. They've been speaking life over your dreams when others tried to discourage you. They've been celebrating your victories when others tried to diminish them. They've been believing in your potential when others questioned your abilities. This isn't possessiveness or control. This is covenant love in action. They understand that your heart has been through battles, and they're committed to ensuring that your current season is one of healing, growth, and restoration. When people try to bring drama into your space, they redirect it. When people try to bring gossip about you, they shut it down. When people try to question your character, they defend it. When people try to discourage your dreams, they champion them. They've become a shield around your reputation, your peace, and your progress. This person recognizes that you're in a season of becoming, and they're fiercely protective of that process. They know that distractions can derail destiny. They know that toxic people can contaminate healthy environments. They know that negative voices can drown out God's voice. So they've made it their mission to curate an atmosphere around you that supports your highest good. They're praying against every assignment sent to steal your joy. They're blocking every person whose energy doesn't serve your peace. They're rejecting every opportunity that would compromise your integrity. They're declining every invitation that would distract you from your purpose. This level of intentional protection comes from someone who understands your value and refuses to let anyone treat you as anything less than the treasure you are. They see how hard you've worked to heal, grow, and align with God's will for your life, and they're committed to protecting that progress. When you're focused on your goals, they're handling distractions. When you're pursuing your dreams, they're clearing obstacles. When you're building your relationship with God, they're creating space for that intimacy. When you're investing in your personal growth, they're protecting your time and energy. They've become the earthly security system for your spiritual, emotional, and mental well-being. But here's what makes this even more beautiful. They're not protecting you because they think you're weak. They're protecting you because they recognize your strength and want to help you direct it toward what matters most. They know you're fully capable of handling whatever comes your way, but they also know that you shouldn't have to handle everything alone. This person has chosen to be your partner in creating a life that honors God and fulfills the dreams He's placed in your heart. They're not trying to rescue you. They're trying to walk alongside you as you continue to become everything God created you to be. They see your independence and respect it. They see your strength and support it. They see your capability and celebrate it. But they also see the beautiful opportunity to share life's burdens and joys with someone whose heart beats in rhythm with yours. This kind of protective love is rare, precious, and sacred. It's the kind of love that covers without hiding, supports without suffocating, and guards without controlling. Stop pushing away someone who's trying to create a safe space for your heart to heal and your dreams to flourish. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom, it's partnership, it's covenant. Number 4, they've been preparing for you without even knowing it. Listen to this revelation, beautiful one. There's someone whose entire life has been orchestrated by God as preparation to love you well, and they don't even realize the divine setup that's been unfolding. Every relationship they've walked through has taught them something about love, commitment, and what it means to honor another person's heart. Every heartbreak has refined their character and deepened their capacity for genuine intimacy. Every season of singleness has been God developing their independence, their relationship with Him, and their understanding of what covenant love truly means. Every challenge they've faced has built resilience that will serve your relationship. Every victory they've experienced has increased their faith in God's goodness and faithfulness. Every moment of growth has prepared them to be the partner who can match your energy, complement your vision, and support your calling. God has been growing them up, cleaning them up, and setting them apart for the sacred assignment of loving you the way Christ loves the church. They've learned what it means to communicate with patience and grace. They've learned what it means to resolve conflict with wisdom and humility. They've learned what it means to serve someone else's dreams without losing their own identity. They've learned what it means to create space for another person's growth without feeling threatened by their success. They've learned what it means to love God first so they can love others well. This person has been developing emotional intelligence, spiritual maturity, financial wisdom, and relational skills. Not because they had you specifically in mind, but because God was preparing them for you specifically. They've been learning your love language before they even met you. They've been developing the patience you need in a partner. They've been cultivating the stability your heart requires. They've been building the character your future children will need to see modeled. They've been growing in the areas where you need support. They've been healing from the wounds that could have hurt your relationship. They've been breaking generational patterns that could have contaminated your love story. They've been establishing healthy boundaries that will protect your partnership. They've been developing dreams that align with yours. They've been building a foundation strong enough to support the life you want to build together. Every book they've read about love, relationships, and personal development has been education for loving you well. Every conversation they've had with mentors about marriage and partnership has been preparation for the covenant they want to make with you. Every prayer they've prayed about their future spouse has been intercession for your relationship before it even began. Every standard they've set for their romantic life has been established with you in mind, even when they didn't know your name. Every boundary they've maintained has been protection for the love story God was writing between you. This level of divine preparation doesn't happen by accident. It happens by divine design. God has been orchestrating your individual journeys to intersect at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right season, with exactly the right level of readiness. They've been becoming who they need to be to love you well. You've been becoming who you need to be to receive that love. The timing hasn't been late, it's been perfect. The preparation hasn't been wasted, it's been essential. The waiting hasn't been punishment, it's been positioning. And now, in this season, all of that preparation is about to make sense as you step into the love story God has been authoring behind the scenes. This person is ready not just to love you, but to love you excellently, intentionally, and with the skill that only comes from divine preparation and personal development. They're ready to be your partner, your cheerleader, your prayer warrior, your safe space, and your greatest earthly blessing. The question isn't whether they're prepared for you, they are. The question is whether you're ready to receive the love that God has been preparing specifically for your heart. Number 5. Your yes could change everything for both of you. Precious soul, There's someone standing at the threshold of their destiny, and your yes is the key that unlocks not just their greatest dreams, but yours as well. This isn't pressure. This is purpose. This isn't coincidence. This is divine orchestration. God has been weaving your stories together in such an intricate way that when you finally say yes to loving them fully, completely, and intentionally, it's going to create a ripple effect that transforms both of your lives in ways you never imagined possible. Your yes gives them permission to love you the way they've been dreaming of loving someone. Your yes activates their purpose as a protector, provider, and partner. Your yes unleashes their potential to be the man or woman God created them to be in the context of covenant love. Your yes becomes the catalyst for them stepping fully into their destiny because they now have someone to build with, dream with, and create legacy with. But here's the beautiful reciprocity of kingdom love. Their yes to your yes transforms you too. When you say yes to receiving their love, you're saying yes to seeing yourself through God's eyes. When you say yes to being pursued, you're saying yes to understanding your worth. When you say yes to being cherished, you're saying yes to healing from every relationship that made you feel disposable. When you say yes to being supported, you're saying yes to dreaming bigger than you ever thought possible. When you say yes to partnership, you're saying yes to building something that honors God and impacts generations. This person has been waiting to pour into you everything they've learned about love, commitment, and creating beauty in this world. They want to support your dreams with the same intensity they pursue their own. They want to pray for your success with the same fervor they pray for breakthrough in their own life. They want to celebrate your victories with the same joy they experience in their own accomplishments. They want to comfort your pain with the same tenderness they wish someone would show their own wounds. Your yes creates space for them to be generous with their time, attention, affection, and resources. Your yes gives them someone worthy to invest their best energy, their deepest prayers, their most creative ideas, and their most vulnerable emotions. Your yes becomes the foundation upon which they can build the family they've been praying for. Your yes becomes the partnership that helps them achieve goals they could never reach alone. Your yes becomes the love story that heals their past and secures their future. But equally powerful is what your yes does for you. Your yes heals every part of you that believed you were too much or not enough. Your yes restores your faith in God's goodness and His desire to bless you abundantly. Your yes activates dreams you buried because you thought you'd have to achieve them alone. Your yes creates the safety you need to be completely authentic without fear of rejection. Your yes establishes the partnership that will help you become everything God created you to be. Together, your yes creates a love story that becomes a testimony. Other people will look at your relationship and believe in love again. Other people will watch your partnership and understand what covenant looks like. Other people will witness your growth together and remember that God is still in the business of making beautiful things from broken pieces. Your children will grow up understanding what healthy love looks like. Your friends will be inspired to raise their standards because they've seen what's possible. Your family will witness the power of two people choosing to honor God together. Your community will be blessed by the stability, generosity, and joy that flows from your union. But here's what you need to understand. This window of opportunity won't remain open indefinitely. Not because this person will stop loving you, but because life has a way of moving people in different directions when divine timing is missed. Not because God stops wanting good things for you, but because seasons change, and what's available today may not be available tomorrow. Not because you'll never have another chance at love, but because this specific love, this particular person, this exact divine setup is happening now. Your yes isn't just about romantic love. It's about aligning with God's will, stepping into your purpose and creating something beautiful that brings glory to His name. This is your moment. This is your invitation. This is your opportunity to say yes to everything God has been preparing for you. Number 6, they're ready to build legacy, not just romance. Beautiful one, there's someone whose vision for loving you extends far beyond candlelit dinners and romantic getaways. They see you as their partner in building something eternal, something that will outlast both of your lives and impact generations you'll never meet. This isn't just someone who wants to date you, marry you, or even grow old with you. This is someone who wants to create legacy with you. They've been praying not just for love, but for purpose-driven partnership. They've been asking God not just for happiness, but for someone to advance the kingdom with. They've been preparing not just for romance, but for responsibility. They see in you not just a beautiful woman or handsome man, but a co-laborer in the work God has called them to do in this earth. When they imagine your future together, they don't just see vacations and anniversaries. They see ministries launched, businesses built, communities transformed, and lives changed because two people decided to combine their gifts, their calling, and their resources to make the world better. They see the way you serve others and want to multiply that impact. They see the way you love God and want to create a home where that love becomes the foundation for everything you build together. They see the way you handle challenges and know you're someone they can trust in the storms of building something significant. They see the way you dream and want to spend their lifetime helping those dreams become reality. This person understands that the best marriages aren't built on feelings alone. They're built on shared mission, common values, and mutual commitment to something bigger than both individuals. They want to pray with you, not just for you. They want to serve with you, not just beside you. They want to give with you, not just to you. They want to build with you, not just provide for you. They want to lead with you, not just follow you or ask you to follow them. They see your gifts and want to create platforms for those gifts to flourish. They see your calling and want to remove obstacles that prevent you from walking fully in that calling. They see your potential and want to invest everything they have in helping you reach it. They see your heart for others and want to expand your capacity to serve by creating stability, security, and support in your personal life. This person has been developing not just the character to be a good spouse, but the skills to be a good business partner, ministry partner, and life partner. They've been learning about finances, not just to provide for a family, but to build wealth that can fund kingdom work. They've been developing leadership skills, not just to lead a home, but to lead initiatives that make a difference in the world. They've been cultivating wisdom, not just to make good personal decisions, but to make decisions that will benefit the communities you'll serve together. They've been building networks not just for their own advancement, but to create opportunities for the vision God has given both of you. When they think about having children with you, they don't just see cute babies. They see future world changers who will be raised in an environment of purpose, faith, and intentional love. They want to model for those children what it looks like when two people honor God, serve others, and build something meaningful together. They want to leave those children not just financial inheritance, but spiritual legacy, character legacy, and vision legacy. They want to create generational blessing through the choices you make together. This level of intentional, purpose-driven love is rare in a world that treats relationships like entertainment instead of assignments from God. But this person understands that covenant love is meant to be productive, not just pleasant. They understand that marriage is meant to multiply impact, not just individual happiness. They understand that partnership is meant to advance purpose, not just provide companionship. And they see in you the exact person God created to share this level of intentional, productive, legacy-building love. Your character, your gifts, your calling, your heart, everything about you aligns with the vision God has given them for their life. They don't just want to love you, they want to change the world with you. They don't just want to marry you, they want to build empire with you. They don't just want to grow old with you, they want to leave a legacy through you. This is the kind of love that doesn't just make you happy, it makes you purposeful. This is the kind of partnership that doesn't just meet your needs, it maximizes your potential. This is the kind of covenant that doesn't just bless your life, it blesses everyone your life touches. Stop settling for surface-level connection when God has prepared someone who wants to build eternity with you. Number 7, time is more precious than you realize. Beloved, I need you to understand something that could change everything about how you approach this divine opportunity standing before you. Time isn't just ticking, it's sprinting, and every moment you spend in hesitation is a moment that could be spent building the most beautiful love story of your lifetime. There's someone whose heart has been calibrated to yours, whose prayers have been synchronized with your needs, whose dreams have been designed to complement your vision, and they're ready to begin this journey now, today, in this season. But here's what breaks my heart. While you're analyzing, overthinking, and waiting for more confirmation, time is moving both of you toward different seasons, different opportunities, and different chapters of life. Not because God stops orchestrating, but because divine timing operates within the context of human decisions and seasonal windows. This person isn't going to wait indefinitely, not because they don't love you enough, but because they love themselves. Enough to know that love requires mutual participation. They're not going to keep pouring into someone who can't decide if they want to receive. They're not going to keep investing in someone who keeps withholding their full participation. They're not going to keep building toward a future with someone who won't commit to that future. And rightfully so, because healthy love requires healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries include protecting your own heart from indefinite uncertainty. Every day you spend in indecision is a day they could be spending building with someone who recognizes their value and is excited about the opportunity to create something beautiful together. Every week you spend overthinking is a week. They could be investing in someone who sees their love as the gift it truly is. Every month you spend in fear is a month they could be using to establish the foundation for the family they've been praying for. This isn't meant to pressure you. It's meant to awaken you to the reality that divine opportunities don't remain open indefinitely. God presents moments, seasons, and connections, but He also expects us to exercise faith, courage, and wisdom in responding to those presentations. The same God who brought this person into your life can redirect them out of it if you continue to treat their love as optional instead of the blessing it truly is. The same God who orchestrated your paths to cross can orchestrate their path to intersect with someone who's ready to say yes to everything He's offering. I've seen too many beautiful connections dissolve, not because they lacked potential, but because someone couldn't move past fear into faith. I've watched too many divinely ordained relationships end, not because they weren't meant to be, but because someone kept waiting for perfect timing, instead of recognizing that perfect timing often requires imperfect courage. I've witnessed too many God-given love stories die, not because they weren't blessed, but because someone chose comfort over calling. This person has been patient, understanding, and gracious with your process. They've given you space to heal, time to think, room to pray, and freedom to choose. But patience without progress becomes enabling. Understanding without commitment becomes confusion. Grace without reciprocation becomes exhaustion. And even the most loving person will eventually reach the conclusion that they need to invest their energy where it's welcomed, valued, and returned. Here's what you need to know. This person's love for you hasn't decreased, but their willingness to wait indefinitely might be reaching its natural limit. Not because they're impatient, but because they're wise. Not because they don't value you, but because they value themselves. Not because they don't believe in God's timing, but because they believe God's timing includes their participation in making decisions. Every sunrise is a new opportunity to choose love over fear. Every sunset is another day that could have been spent building your future together. Every week is another week closer to seasons changing, opportunities shifting, and windows closing. The person who's ready to love you completely is also ready to build completely with someone who shares their enthusiasm for creating something beautiful. Don't let fear of making the wrong decision prevent you from making the right decision. Don't let perfectionism prevent you from embracing the perfectly imperfect beauty of learning to love and be loved. Don't let past pain prevent you from receiving present blessing. Your healing doesn't require you to remain single. Your growth doesn't require you to stay isolated. Your preparation doesn't require you to keep waiting for some mythical moment when you'll feel completely ready. Sometimes you become ready by saying yes to what God has prepared for you. Sometimes you heal by allowing yourself to be loved well. Sometimes you grow by stepping into the next chapter instead of rereading the last one. Time is the most precious gift you can give this person, and they're ready to give you theirs. The question is, are you ready to stop wasting both of yours? Number 8, they've already chosen you. Now it's your turn. Sweet soul, I need you to receive this truth deep in your spirit. While you've been questioning whether you're worthy, whether you're ready, whether this is real, whether you deserve this level of love, this person made their choice long ago. They chose you when you were still healing from your past. They chose you when you were still figuring out your future. They chose you when you were still growing into who God created you to be. They chose you not because you were perfect, but because you were perfectly suited for their heart. They chose you not because you had it all together, but because what you did have complemented what they brought to the table. They chose you not because you were finished becoming, but because they wanted to be part of your becoming process. This person looked at your life, your dreams, your struggles, your victories, your fears, your hopes, your past, your potential, and decided that all of it was exactly what they wanted to build with. They saw your broken pieces and called them beautiful. They saw your healing journey and called it inspiring. They saw your independence and called it attractive. They saw your vulnerability and called it precious. They saw your strength and called it admirable. They saw your faith and called it necessary. They saw your heart and called it home. While you've been making lists of reasons why this might not work, they've been making plans for how to make it work beautifully. While you've been focusing on your flaws, they've been celebrating your qualities. While you've been rehearsing your fears, they've been declaring their faith in what you can build together. While you've been questioning the timing, they've been preparing for the future. Their choice isn't conditional on you becoming different. It's based on who you already are. Their love isn't dependent on you fixing yourself. It's rooted in accepting you as you are while supporting who you're becoming. Their commitment isn't waiting for you to reach some level of perfection. It's offering to walk with you through every level of your continued growth. They've already decided that your laugh is the soundtrack they want to hear for the rest of their life. They've already concluded that your mind is the one they want to share their deepest thoughts with. They've already determined that your heart is the safest place for their own heart to rest. They've already chosen your dreams as worthy of their support. They've already selected your goals as deserving of their investment. They've already picked your vision as compatible with their own. They've already decided that your children would be blessed to have you as their parent. They've already concluded that your family would be honored to have them as an addition. They've already determined that your friends would celebrate this union. They've already chosen your future as the one they want to build. This person has spent time in prayer about you, and God confirmed their choice. They've sought wise counsel about you, and wisdom affirmed their decision. They've examined their own heart about you, and love won every internal debate. They've considered the practical aspects of life with you, and excitement replaced any concerns. They've imagined growing old with you, and peace filled their spirit. They've envisioned serving God alongside you, and purpose ignited their soul. Their choice is final, firm, and faith-filled. But here's what they can't do. They can't make the choice for you. They can't force you to see what they see. They can't convince you to receive what they're offering. They can't make you ready if you're determined to stay unprepared. They can't create desire in you if you're committed to staying indifferent. They can't manufacture courage in you if you're choosing to remain afraid. What they can do, and what they have done, is position themselves to be exactly what you need when you're finally ready to receive it. They can love you consistently while you decide whether to love them back. They can support your dreams while you determine whether to support theirs. They can invest in your future while you choose whether to build that future together. They can pray for your highest good while you decide whether they're part of that highest good. But beloved, understand this. Their patience has been your blessing, but it shouldn't be mistaken for indefinite availability. Their consistency has been your security, but it shouldn't be taken for granted. Their choice of you has been unwavering, but they deserve to know that you choose them too. The ball is in your court. The next move is yours. The decision that determines both of your futures is waiting for your faith to overcome your fear. Number 9, this is your moment of divine invitation. Precious one, as we come to the close of this message, I want you to feel the weight and the beauty of this moment. You're not just watching a video, you're standing at the threshold of your greatest love story, and God Himself is extending an invitation that could transform everything. This isn't coincidence that brought you here today. This isn't random that these words are resonating in your spirit. This isn't accident that every point has felt like it was written specifically for your situation. This is divine orchestration. This is God speaking directly to your heart about the love He's prepared for you. This is your moment of invitation to step out of fear and into the most beautiful chapter of your life. Right now, as you're hearing these words, that person is praying for you. They're asking God to give you clarity about what He's doing in this season. They're interceding for your peace as you navigate this decision. They're believing God for breakthrough in every area where fear has been holding you back. They're declaring victory over every lie the enemy has whispered about your worthiness. They're speaking life over your future together, even while you're still deciding whether there will be a future together. This moment, this exact moment, is pregnant with possibility. The angels are watching to see what you'll choose. Heaven is holding its breath, waiting for your response to God's invitation. Your future children are waiting to be born from the love story you're about to say yes to. Your legacy is waiting to be written through the partnership God is offering you. Your purpose is waiting to be amplified through the covering and support this person wants to provide. But here's what I need you to understand about divine invitations. They come with both power and responsibility. The power to transform everything you touch, the power to heal generational wounds, the power to create something beautiful from something that was broken, the power to build wealth, influence, and impact that extends far beyond your individual life, the power to demonstrate God's goodness to a world that has forgotten how to love well, but also the responsibility to steward this gift with wisdom, the responsibility to honor what God has entrusted to your care, the responsibility to protect what heaven has ordained, the responsibility to nurture what the Most High has planted, the responsibility to multiply what the Creator has invested in your lives. This person isn't just offering you love, they're offering you partnership in fulfilling divine assignment. They're offering you covering while you walk in your calling. They're offering you stability while you build your dreams. They're offering you companionship while you serve God's purposes. They're offering you legacy while you impact eternity. And God is using this moment, this message, this stirring in your spirit to ask you one simple question. Will you trust me with your love story? Will you trust that the same God who orchestrated your healing can orchestrate your happiness? Will you trust that the same God who brought you through your valley can bring you into your promised land? Will you trust that the same God who was faithful in your singleness will be faithful in your partnership? Will you trust that the same God who protected you from the wrong people has prepared you for the right person? This invitation isn't just about saying yes to a person. It's about saying yes to God's plan for your life. It's about choosing faith over fear, hope over hurt, possibility over past pain. It's about believing that you deserve the love you're being offered. It's about recognizing that your season of waiting has prepared you for your season of building. It's about understanding that your healing journey has qualified you for covenant love. The enemy wants you to focus on everything that could go wrong, but God wants you to focus on everything He's going to make right. The enemy wants you to rehearse your past failures, but God wants you to envision your future victories. The enemy wants you to question your worthiness, but God wants you to remember your identity as His beloved daughter. This divine invitation comes with divine backing. When you say yes to what God has prepared for you, He says yes to blessing it, protecting it, and causing it to flourish. When you align with His will for your love life, He aligns all of heaven's resources to support that union. When you choose to trust His choice of partner for you, He commits to helping you build something that brings glory to His name. Right now, in this moment, you have the opportunity to close the door on every season of loneliness, every night of wondering if love would find you, every prayer about God's timing for your relationship. You have the opportunity to open the door to the most fulfilling, purpose-driven, God-honoring love story of your lifetime. This is your Romans 8:28 moment, where all things work together for good because you love God and are called according to His purpose. This is your Jeremiah 29:11 moment, where God's plans for your welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope, are becoming manifest. This is your Psalm 37:4 moment, where delighting yourself in the Lord results in Him giving you the desires of your heart. The invitation is extended. The door is open, the path is clear, the choice is yours. But understand this, divine invitations operate within divine timing, and divine timing doesn't wait for human perfection. It waits for human willingness. It waits for human faith. It waits for human courage to step into the unknown with trust in the known God. This is your moment. This is your invitation. This is your opportunity to say yes to everything God has been preparing for your heart. Number 10, your love story will become others' hope. Beautiful soul, there's something I need you to understand about the love story God is inviting you into. It's not just for you. It's not even primarily about you. This relationship He's orchestrating is designed to be a living testimony that will restore faith, inspire courage, and demonstrate His goodness to everyone who witnesses it. Your love story is going to be the evidence that convinces someone else that God still answers prayers. Your marriage is going to be the proof that shows another broken heart that healing is possible. Your partnership is going to be the example that teaches the next generation what covenant love actually looks like. Your family is going to be the demonstration that shows the world God is still in the business of making beautiful things from broken pieces. This isn't pressure. This is purpose. God isn't just giving you love for your happiness. He's giving you love that will multiply hope in the hearts of everyone around you. When people see how this person loves you, honors you, covers you, and cherishes you, they're going to remember what they're worth. When people witness how you respect them, support them, encourage them, and build with them, they're going to understand what healthy love looks like. Your friends who have given up on love are going to watch your relationship and start believing again. Your family members who have only seen dysfunction are going to witness your unity and understand that generational patterns can be broken. Your co-workers who have settled for toxic situations are going to observe your peace and realize they deserve better. Your children are going to grow up with a blueprint for how love should look, sound, and feel. This person hasn't just been prepared to love you, they've been prepared to love you in a way that glorifies God and blesses others. They understand that your relationship is going to be scrutinized, celebrated, and studied by people who need to see that real love still exists. They're ready for the responsibility of being an example, a model, a standard that others can look to for hope and direction. When you go through challenges together, and you will, the way you handle those challenges with grace, communication, and faith is going to teach other couples that problems don't have to mean separation. When you experience breakthroughs together, and you will, the way you celebrate and give God glory is going to remind others that He's the source of every good gift. When you build wealth together, serve others together, raise children together, grow old together, every season is going to be a lesson in covenant love for someone who's watching. Your love story is going to break stereotypes. It's going to challenge the narrative that good men don't exist or that strong women can't be loved well. It's going to prove that healing is possible, that trust can be rebuilt, that love can be restored. It's going to demonstrate that God's timing is perfect, that His choices are wise, that His plans are good. The young women who have been told they're too independent to be loved are going to see how this person celebrates your strength. The young men who have been told they have to choose between faith and romance are going to see how your love deepens both of your relationships with God. The couples who are struggling are going to watch your partnership and remember why they fell in love. The single people who are waiting are going to observe your story and find courage to keep believing. Your wedding is going to be more than a celebration. It's going to be a declaration that God still orchestrates divine connections. Your marriage is going to be more than a relationship. It's going to be a ministry that heals broken hearts and restores shattered dreams. Your family is going to be more than your legacy. It's going to be a gift to everyone whose life you touch. This person understands the weight of this calling. They know that loving you well means more than making you happy. It means stewarding a testimony that will impact generations. They're prepared to love you publicly, proudly, and purposefully. Because they know people are watching and learning. They're ready to handle conflict gracefully, celebrate victories humbly, and build something that honors the God who brought you together. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to be perfect to be used as an example. You don't have to have it all figured out to be a testimony. You don't have to be flawless to inspire others. You just have to be real, authentic, and committed to growing together in love and faith. Your struggles will encourage others who are struggling. Your victories will inspire others who are believing for breakthrough. Your growth will motivate others who are healing. Your love will restore hope in others who have been disappointed. The enemy has been trying to convince you that your love story doesn't matter, that it's not that significant, that it won't impact anyone beyond yourselves. But that's a lie designed to keep you from stepping into something that has the power to transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone in your sphere of influence. Your love story matters. Your marriage will matter, your family will matter, your testimony will matter, your example will matter. And the person God has chosen for you understands this level of purpose and is excited about the opportunity to build something meaningful with you. They're ready to be part of a love story that gives others permission to believe again. They're prepared to participate in a marriage that shows the world what covenant looks like. They're equipped to help create a family that demonstrates God's goodness to the next generation. This is bigger than you. This is more significant than your personal happiness. This is about being part of God's plan to restore hope, demonstrate love, and show the world that He still does miracles in the area of relationships. Your yes isn't just saying yes to love, it's saying yes to being used by God to multiply hope in a hopeless generation. Are you ready for that level of purpose? Are you prepared for that kind of impact? Are you willing to let your love story become someone else's reason to believe? Because, beloved, that's exactly what God has planned for you. If this message has stirred something deep in your spirit, if you feel God speaking to your heart about stepping into the love He's prepared for you, I want you to do something right now. Leave a comment below and simply say, "I'm ready for my love story." Declare your faith over what God is doing in your life. Speak life over the relationship He's orchestrating. Choose courage over fear, hope over hurt, faith over doubt. And if this video has blessed you, if it's given you the clarity and courage you needed, please hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who needs to hear that their greatest love story is about to begin. Because, beloved, I truly believe that your person is ready, your season is now, and your love story is about to become the testimony that changes everything, not just for you, but for everyone who witnesses the goodness of God in your life. I'm believing with you for everything God has promised your heart. Your love story is about to be more beautiful than you ever dared to dream. Your yes is about to unlock blessings you never imagined possible. Your courage is about to create the legacy you were born to leave. Until next time, keep believing, keep trusting, and get ready to say yes to the love of your life. God bless you, beautiful one.